there's a reason why the NRA is not here.
Yeah.
They're just down the street.
I don't hear nothing right now.
And
since
this is the main reason they exist, you'd think that they'd be prepared to have a debate with the president.
They haven't been to the White House in 3 years.
We've invited them. We've invited them.
So right now, tonight, you're saying you would be welcome to meet.
We have invited them repeatedly.
So just so I'm clear, tonight you're saying you would welcome to meet with the NRA.
Anderson, I've said this repeatedly. I'm happy to meet with them. I'm happy to talk to them. But the conversation has to be based on facts and truth and what we're actually proposing, not some imaginary fiction in which Obama's trying to take away your guns.
Well, the
reason, by the way, that the gun sales spike, not just before I propose something, every time there's a mass shooting, gun sales spike. And part of the reason is that the NRA is convinced, many of its members, that somebody's going to come grab your guns, which is, by the way, really profitable for the gun manufacturers. It's a great advertising mechanism, but it's not necessary. There's enough of a market out there for people who want protection, who are sportsmen, who want to go hunting with their kids, and we can make it safer.
Talking about politics coming from a view of the streets, you know what I'm saying, dog? We're not coming from professional view. We're not lawyers, none of that shit that's on TV, you know what I'm saying? We come straight from the hood, the hood view, you know? Representation of black people, period, on the bench, because we don't know who Clarence Thomas is representing. He's sitting on the Supreme Court, sitting on a bench, smelling like cocoa butter.
3, 2, 5. We live.
Live all the way.
Welcome to Hoodviewpolitics.
Wow.
Where we go into deep, detailed dives.
Deep detail dive.
In the politics from a hood point of view.
Right.
I'm Rabbit Jones.
And I'm Tony, the number one soul brother.
And welcome to HVP. It's a lot going on in the political world, baby.
Oh shit, there's a lot going on.
That's related from impeachments, indictments,
Government shutdown.
shutdowns. Oh my God. My problem with the shutdown is why? What are we doing, bro? That's like you and your significant other got a credit card, right? Y'all go out and get some furniture, right? And when it's time to pay on this credit card bill, y'all want to negotiate. Y'all want to go to the motherfucking card, the credit card company, be like, you know what? Let's negotiate whether or not I'm going to pay that or not. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck are we doing, bro? Market. Reserves don't get paid. Firefighters. You got to pay them, remember? Everybody forgot that? And that's in the books. So I don't like the tactics of using something that has to be done as a bargaining chip. I don't know about you. How you feel about that?
Well, it ain't all about just defaulting on the country's debt. It's all about. Two is they want to cut safety net programs. It's shit they trying to cut shit like WIC. A whole bunch of shit. Then
I think it's better when we do say the names like WIC. I bet that ring a bell all around America, bitches' ears. You know the hell you talking about when you say WIC?
They want to cut WIC, they want to cut, they were trying to cut Medicare, Social Security, all of this, but there's another underlying meaning to this shutdown that's coming.
Okay.
They believe that if they shut down this time, they can cut funding for the special prosecutor. And that way, you can, your boy Trump can basically get all scot-free with all the shit he did. And then they ain't making no bones about it. They serious about that shit. They put it out there. We gonna shut the government down. Then it's not only that, it's Kevin McCarthy has no backbone and is the worst Speaker of the House I've ever known, and probably in history. They're trying to get rid of him. They're already floating names out there to get rid of him. Look, right now, the Republican Party is in disarray. They fucked up. And we're not even getting to the part where they was told to shut the government down. This was last week. They were told to shut the government down by Donald Trump. You got people like Matt Gaetz and Martin Taylor Greene and so on and so forth going along with it. It's basically a MAGA Republican shutdown that they making an attempt to blame it on Joe Biden and the Democrats. But that shit ain't gonna work because people have already seen what it is.
Now, so far, we got like 2 days left, right?
1 day left.
Well, 1 day. Now, the proposal to avert the shutdown, but the House has thrown cold water on this plan right here, right?
That's 21
for short-term funding.
Yeah, that we kept it over for a few weeks. The 21 Republicans voted with the Democrats. That's because Democrats, they was gonna shut it down anyway because they was trying to cut all kind of programs and shit. So
yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like, stop and think for a minute. Like I explained to you, you just don't want to pay your credit card bill, right?
yeah.
So you negotiate and start taking stuff away. Picture you, the person sitting there with WIC, sitting in their own food stamps.
That if you get Social
This
Security,
is when they be saying government programs, they want to cut fat and all that. That's what they talking about. They might not be saying WIC, which ring a bell in your ear, but that's what they talking about. You know what I'm saying? They're getting rid of those things that's helping you and your family at this point in time in your life.
and if you get Social Security benefits, those going to be delayed. Not only them, they going to be delayed, and you're going to have people that's coming to work and not getting paid. They're going to be forced, and some people that's essential workers, they're going to be forced to work without any pay. I mean, they get back pay when the shutdown, they'll get all their money back when the shutdown is over.
Yeah, if you're still alive, you can't eat.
But
until then,
until the shutdown is over, you got to do what you got to do. And you still got to show up to work when you had no job, which is fucked up. And then you got a lot of congressmen and senators and stuff like congresswomen that's going to not take pay during this time. Then you got a jackass that come out today and say, fuck that, he going to take pay. He going to still accept his pay while the government is shut down.
Now, another thing. Not only going to try to fuck with social programs, the aid to Ukraine, right?
That's another thing.
Let's think about that for a minute, right? You can't tell me nobody in the world, aside from China, that disagree with what just happened there in Ukraine, the massacre that was stopped first, and ever since then been tampered down, right? You can't deny those things.
No.
And it's like, when you say stop the funding of that, what are you saying then? You can't get on camera and start saying you back Ukraine, right?
Look.
You can't say when you get on camera, the Republicans back Ukraine, but then want to cut the funding. You feel me, bro? When it's time to vote.
I feel you, but see,
It's the stupidest shit,
It's-
man. This is what they do.
It's they trying to hold shit hostage to get their way, and then the orders is coming down from the head of the party, the head of the MAGA party. That's Trump. The orders is coming down from him. And look, Ukraine, you can disagree with you. If people can disagree about Ukraine all they want. But let's get one thing straight. The shit that Putin is doing over there is fucked up. Not only is he invaded a country that didn't do nothing to him, wasn't even a threat to him at the time. He killed innocent people, but the dude that went in there and his army has kidnapped something like 20,000 children. I believe that's the last total I heard and read. There was something like 20,000 kids.
Not good.
Now, if you go to a basketball game and say Capital One Arena, with Golden State or Milwaukee play, them stadiums, them arenas hold like close to 20,000 people. So you mean to tell me he done went over there close to 20,000 people and kidnapped basically a basketball arena full of kids, and it took them back to Russia to do Lord knows what. Some of them he's trying to indoctrinate into Russian ideology, and some of them they trying to brainwash to fight on the side of Russia against Ukrainians. So this is it ain't good at all. And for the Republicans to use the debt negotiations or use the government shutdown as a way to get what they want, but we don't like this, so we don't shut the government down. Every time, and it only happens when Republicans in charge or something. It's shut the government down, shut the government down, shut the government down. Okay, you're gonna shut the government down. Dumb motherfucker, one person wants to send like 10,000 more people. He wants funding for like 10,000 more officers on the border. Okay, but if you shut the government down, you're gonna have basically maybe half of what you got there now. And then you crying about fentanyl and illegal immigrants coming over the border. So what do you do? So you do not think that, come on, people around the world, everybody around the world keeps up with what goes on in the United States. Do you think there is a boatload, a busload, a couple of truckloads of immigrants that sitting down there waiting to get into this country, waiting for you dumbasses to shut the government down, so you have to cut the amount of officers and people you got on the border. You got to cut this and cut this, and you gonna have to. And in some instances, in some departments, in some forces, you gonna work at the bare minimum. Come on, are you dumb or what?
Overall, though, you make a few good points, right? But we talk about the Republican Party as a whole, right? None of these topics are their things. That thing they want to do is two things, right? The Second Amendment and ban abortions, right? Yeah. Then you want to have a third one, it's going to be taxes.
Everything that they're against now, they was before. They was for before 8 years ago. Everything. They wanted stronger borders. They wanted immigration reform. They both sides disagree on how to get there, but they was for it. You had a full, oh my God. You know what? I gotta play that number too. You had a fool out here today say he gonna, if when Trump wins, they're gonna deport 10 million people out of the country and their children. Talk about getting rid of anchor babies and everything.
Say anchor babies.
Yeah. The anchor baby's going with them too. And if y'all don't know what an anchor baby is when someone comes in this country and has a baby, and that baby is if it's born here, it's an American citizen. So
it's called an anchor because now they're trying to use as parents as the anchor that's holding it. Yeah.
They got something that's holding it. So therefore the term anchor baby. But look, they can't keep trying to shutting down the government because look, I don't know nobody else, but I know me. And I know if you're gonna force me to work and I ain't getting paid, you're not getting 100%.
What? Nigga said you ain't getting 100%, bro.
And it's a lot of people that like that. You're gonna make me, you're not paying me, but you're gonna make me come to work. And you're gonna expect 100% effort. Okay, you think you getting that from everybody? And it's somewhere along the line, you taking the risk of somebody that's saying, "Fuck this shit. I ain't paying no. Fuck this shit. Whatever happened. I ain't going all out till they give me my money." Then you fuck around and have a nuclear meltdown. Somebody sleep at the wheel. You got somebody set a bomb off somewhere. You got a lot of shit that can happen because a motherfucker mad about their money.
You best to fucking believe that for goddamn sure. That's the goddamn sure.
So think about that.
I just want everybody just to recognize when you just say shut the government down, that's a lot going on when that happens, bro. Like your auntie that worked in the government, you ain't thinking about that. Her ass ain't working when that thing shut down. You know what I'm saying?
She working, she ain't getting paid.
You ain't going down to motherfucking getting no food stamp. Shit backed up.
Hell no.
I'm trying to tell you, government shut down means a lot of shit that hit your ass.
Money.
ASAP.
That mean the last time stupid shit like this happened, you had government workers going to food banks and shit. How the fuck a government worker going to a food bank? What are you, drunk? Exactly.
And that shutdown was fucked up. That's why I doubt that will ever happen again, bro.
Shit, we got to tomorrow night to figure it out. Like I say, Trump told them motherfuckers to shut it down. And the MAGA Republicans that's in 21 of them, they're gonna vote along with the Democrats, not because they believe or that's how they feel about it. They're voting with the Democrats just to spite Kevin McCarthy because shit, him and Matt Gaetz were cussing each other out today. And the whole Republican Party is in disarray. It's fucked up and it's affecting the whole operation of the country. And if y'all don't believe that, hey, look it up. Turn on the news tonight.
And then everybody got issues with their age and everything. One thing about Feinstein passed away. She was 90.
Oh, she's 90.
I thought she was at 80 something.
Yeah,
well, what's the difference, really?
90.
Yeah, but she was 90 and shit, bro. Well, you remember for the last couple of months or something, she ain't really been she ain't been working or nothing.
Mm-hmm. But she was there. I give her this because I read this earlier today. She did cast her last vote yesterday. So she was working and she was voting her last vote.
What about that though?
On the bill to keep the government open.
Hold on, let's talk about that. Each one of these senators got like a staff of people, right?
A big staff.
They keep them up to date on things, knowing what they about to vote on and what they have to vote on and all types of shit,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Congressional aides.
But when it comes down to like a person mentally, right, is not there, right? Somewhere, I don't know, man. It's like once they check out, I think people start taking over, passing bills for them. You feel me? If you're president, your wife take over, that type of shit. You feel me? And under the radar, you supposed to be still the person doing it. You know? Then all your interns and your staff, your wife, and all these people, they doing the job of the presidency or the governor, whatever the fuck. And the whole time you checked out. Saying like man that had a stroke. What's his name?
They got
the senator had a stroke.
They got fail safes for that. Just like when
his wife had to be doing everything.
I forgot the name.
Kennedy, when he got assassinated.
Nah, see, this is the thing. Like when Kennedy got assassinated.
What's that nigga that the president that was sick?
Then
and his wife took over.
Immediately was in this country cannot go 1 minute without having a president. Like when Ronald Reagan got shot, George Bush was sworn in as president until Reagan came out of it and had cognitive function.
Mm-hmm.
One other time,
but did he though?
Yeah.
But did he though? Really?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think from that point on, his wife was doing everything.
No. He was sworn in. Just like when Kennedy got shot. And when Kennedy got shot, and they immediately took them out of got the rest of the cabinet out of Dallas, Johnson was sworn in on the plane. You're never going to have 1 minute in this country where it's not a president. Even when Reagan underwent, I think it was a surgery on his heart.
Yeah,
this had nothing to do. I think it was before he got shot.
Bush did the same thing, and Cheney stepped in.
He went under anesthesia. The vice president is sworn in. So it's always a fail safe that if like
no. What I'm saying, okay, Reagan, for example, you think his mental state, he was still here with us the last few years he was there? He wasn't even engaged. He wasn't here. Somebody was doing it. It was his wife. Everybody felt like his wife was doing everything.
Reagan was still
what?
He was still
the last 2 years. He wasn't.
His dementia really didn't fuck him up till he was out of office.
Nah.
When they was hiding his ass and didn't want nobody to see him.
He was old as shit, man. His wife was doing everything.
Nah, Nancy wasn't doing shit. Probably Bush. They wouldn't let Nancy do shit.
Shit.
Couldn't stand Nancy.
That's a key
Nancy
thing.
Probably was running. Nancy probably was in there trying to run how the motherfucking White House function. But as for policy and all that shit, it can't happen because even if she did, the motherfucking Congress got the power to override that shit. Just like.
No, what I'm saying is, this is just going on. It's just something that's just not being said or anything. The wife is just doing things, taking over.
I believe she can try because they said she was trying to run the motherfucker. She was trying to run everything, but they can't. She can't do, but she can't get but so much. She can say, "I want this done. I want this done." That's just like if a president.
No. What I'm saying is,
Congress can override it.
All right, let's say you married, right? You the president.
Yeah.
Your wife. She know everything you know.
True.
Right?
True.
That's why the spouses are real important.
Just like chief of staff is real important.
Right? But let's say
no more than the wife knows.
Let's say you as a husband fall down the steps, hit your head, and you don't remember shit. Right? They sit you out there, you say your little speeches and everything, but your wife is making sure everything is done. All the bills are passed. You feel me? Why this is under the radar?
Nah, that's when the vice president.
Shit, especially with Reagan, bro.
Nancy had shit. Hillary had more stroke than Nancy.
It ain't stroke. It's just doing whatever the fuck you thought he wanted to be done.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
I mean,
they got a lot of they know everything,
I can
bro.
see. Yeah, but you have a chief of staff that knows.
You got a fucking a nigga that lay in the
president.
bed with a bitch, bro. That nigga tell her all his worries.
Look,
that
she
bitch
might
know
know a lot.
everything.
She might know a lot, but it's people in the motherfucking government that know more than her.
You don't think Obama's wife know every fucking thing he knew? You
Look,
young when they go to sleep at night, these niggas pillow talk, bro.
I can
And
understand.
you the president? I know you pillow talk.
I know she knows a lot, and she probably know more than she should. But people think she
all
should.
wives.
Yeah, all of them. But still, if some shit she don't know because her motherfucking security clearance ain't but so high, and it's something that's illegal to tell them.
You don't have to have no security clearance to have a husband in the bed
I
with you.
understand that part, but it's some things that
He need advice. He need
take-
advice from that person he know he can trust. Is the
fuck
person
yeah.
that he
All
came
of
here
them do.
with.
All of
So
them
the
do.
first thing he'll do is open up to whatever the fuck he just went
All
through
of them do. Yeah.
and ask her.
Like all of them, like who was it when Bush went to war? Both Bushes went to war. I took counsel with Barbara. I took counsel with I forgot the second Bush wife name. But they always, but the deep dark shit, they don't know a lot of that shit. They might know some of it, but look, politics is a dirty game. And a motherfucker ain't gonna let a wife obtain with so much power. Because if Reagan was motherfucking that out of it, you best believe it had leaked out of that motherfucking White House. Somebody would have leaked it to a reporter that this motherfucker is incapacitated, and they would have sought to get his ass up out of there.
I don't know about that.
Come on. Shit. You think what they was doing?
You mean you talking about take a chance of losing the power that you already have, right?
Yeah, but
instead of letting things go the way it is.
Look,
shit. All them Republicans are past shit, acting like he's still good.
But look, if it came to a point that Reagan was that fucked up in the head, you best believe that somebody in there with an agenda might be his vice president that will leak to a reporter. How you think we got motherfucking Watergate? Will leak to a reporter, hey, he fucked up. He don't know his left from his right. He can't tell what time of day it is, and he ain't got no business being president. Hey, but you didn't hear after me, and they'll put that shit up out there. And the next thing you knew, we'd have had George Bush might have had 2 terms. So I mean,
now I don't know.
This politics is a dirty game. That motherfucker ain't gonna let no wife, especially a motherfucker that had.
Right now, like I'm saying, I'm dealing with age now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Feinstein just passed away at 90, right? You got Biden is 80.
Yep.
Then Trump about 78.
Yeah.
Any day they wake up, they can't. It's gonna be a lot of shit they don't remember. Their wives and significant others know a lot. Just by them niggas being scared of a lot of shit, bro. Like Trump wife know a lot now. This nigga scared of all types of indictments.
Trump
bro.
wife don't know shit. You don't tell that broad shit.
Man,
I ain't now her. She don't know shit.
You might be right about that.
Now her, I don't think now when you get to Michelle know a lot. Hillary knew a lot. Hillary knew a lot because she was in charge of setting policy. Or trying to set policy with the healthcare. Nancy knew, Barbara knew. I don't know. Roslyn, maybe.
All the right,
think,
all the president's wives.
Jimmy talked to her. Jimmy talked to her about it.
All the president's wives, bro.
Yeah, but it'll never be one in position that's going to set policy because politics, they too dirty. The motherfucker ain't gonna let that happen. You think if Obama fell down and lost his memory, you really think a motherfucker they was gonna let Michelle run the country?
Without knowing, yeah.
Yeah, but how can you?
She can just keep putting him out there, do his little speeches, while she making sure the staff and everything is passing the right shit. Simple. Now, first thing,
make a speech without knowing your goddamn without.
you can just read some shit off the
function.
You can read some shit off the teleprompter. You ain't gotta remember nothing. Now she started as a senator in 1992, though, bro. But most of her shit was mostly on gun violence. You know what I'm saying? Assault rifles and stuff like that. That was most of her joint.
Yeah, because what happened when she she mayor? She was a mayor in San Francisco.
Yeah.
But she was working there when I think the mayor and two people was killed in the State House, I believe. And that's what pushed her to be a gun.
Yeah, she was on a lot. All her bills was like crack down on guns type stuff. Cyber security bills, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
She got a lot done though. Women's rights and
it just goes to show you don't know, like they actually stayed in office. She stayed in office till she died, literally, right? You got motherfucker, what's the other clown ass nigga name that frees up when he about to talk?
oh, Mitch McConnell.
Mitch McConnell. What the fuck is that? You got Mitch. What the fuck was that, yeah? You got Mitch McConnell though, bro. Who talks to a speech and literally stops and say,
what? Well, see, this is the deal.
What?
This is the deal. You ain't got term
until you die, you're gonna be selling that
term limit. So,
but
who?
At what point do you just? Because you, as a person, as an individual, right? If these things are happening to you, you're ignoring it. You're just trying to. You feel like you yourself, right?
Right.
Your wife know you fucked up in the head. You know you sluttering, you slow it, and you missing things now. She gonna come in and help you out on these things that has nothing to do with everybody thinking she in control of anything. It's just she just
lady ain't telling Mitch shit because look, these motherfuckers can run and run and run forever. And the thing about it is they're not on a national ticket. They fucking district where they live at keep voting them in.
Yeah.
As long as they can keep running and keep thinking,
yeah.
Well, I take pills and shit.
Like she ran what 3 years ago?
Yeah.
Like somebody, they all voted her back in at 87. Like we can't do nothing about that.
Okay. Now you still got to look at it from this point of view too. Okay, why ain't y'all got no younger, more vibrant, more in shape candidates, and your best candidate is 87 years old? How the hell you figure? Y'all ain't put nobody out there? Sure, over the years, and she done been there so long that's why just like the McConnells, and all these people that been in there a long time, they done built up a machine that they know how to get their voters out. True. And especially a lot of them are elected in off presidential year elections that people really don't pay attention to. If people don't, like a lot of people, everybody's going to pay attention to the elections next year because it's a presidential election. It's the big one.
Yeah, you got an indicted criminal running for president.
Even if you didn't have that, even if it was a normal election, everybody pays attention to the presidential election because you're gonna have ads on TV. You're gonna see the same ads run every 2 minutes. All you're gonna hear is political ads gonna be on TV, gonna be on radio, gonna be on the internet, gonna be everywhere. So you're not gonna get away from that. And everybody pays attention to who's running for president. But when that election in 2026, if it ain't for people like us putting it out there, Ain't nobody paying attention to 2026. And that's when a lot of them assholes slide up in there. And remember, not houses every 2 years. The senators get 6-year terms. So they'll most likely, a lot of them get voted in or voted on during that off year. So if you got a machine and you know when you get your voters out there, and especially when the other side ain't paying attention, you'll hold that seat forever.
Exactly. And that's how you get, when you look at the Congress, you look at a whole bunch of old people.
Right.
People are sending them there. It ain't nothing you can do about that.
So you can't, until they get
But
some people.
That's why I don't agree with term limits. That stuff like that is irrelevant. Like you just said, it's people putting them in there, bro.
Yeah, the people put them in there. Now, the term limits can eliminate that and say, well, fuck it then. If like a president only get 2 terms.
Yeah.
Okay. You can say, well, as a congressman or senator, we're going to limit you to 3 or 4 terms. Okay. Now,
Yeah. Why? What's the point of being in office past 4 terms? Because now we're talking like 15, 20 years later, right?
Yeah.
So at this point, you should be old as fuck. Even if you started at 32,
yeah,
you should be 50 something, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I agree with that right there for sure.
I mean, you can do that, but ain't nobody really trying to go.
I think 4 terms.
They're not gonna change that.
Because most of these people are old as fuck, been going to like they're on their 7, 8 term.
Fuck yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Of course you should be old as fuck, bro.
Biden been in that motherfucker since 72 until he became president.
That's a long ass time, bro.
I was 2 years old when Biden went in the motherfucking office.
That's
as
a
a senator.
long ass time. Fuck that.
I think it was 72 until he became vice president.
By that time, you disconnected from things by that time, bro.
No,
so I agree.
Really disconnected because you most likely you the cause of all the shit that gotta be fixed. Oh, you know where all the bones at.
True. And most of them be on like head of committees and stuff. They don't want to be
just like
losing a senator if you're the head of a fucking committee.
We had Barbara Mikulski from this state. She was there for a minute. We got Steny Hoyer, who's still there. Steny Hoyer is the number 2. He's the number 2 Democrat in the Senate. I mean, in Congress.
That's why I feel like it comes a time where you gotta just say, I'm done.
And Steny ain't thinking about losing. He gonna leave, and Steny Hoyer gonna leave when he want to leave. Chris Van Hollen. He was in Congress for a while. Now he got that Senate seat. He's not going to lose that Senate. He's not going to lose that Senate seat. He got Montgomery County on lock. So until somebody get out there, and I'm gonna say you got an Obama-like candidate that catches people's hearts and catches people's imagination, and a lot of these people is not going nowhere no time soon.
Nah.
Until they want to go.
Yeah. So that's why I say people can't just wake up one day and be like, man, there should be terms on this. They too old. Like, there's a lot goes into this right there, bro.
Because you have to change the rules then, or you're gonna have to put it on the ballot. Ain't nobody gonna motherfucking put it on the ballot. You know what? I like this job. I'm gonna put it on the ballot that I got to give it up in one more term. No. Hell nah. Shit. You think of all the shit they got? They got houses back home. They got houses out here in DC. They travel. They got shit. They got a staff. They got this, that, and the other. Come on. They fly around, don't pay shit. They got it. Those people ain't giving up shit.
Now, one thing we do on this podcast, right? We celebrate the black ladies.
Yep.
As usual. So every week we can come up with the black lady of the week, right? And at the end of the year, we give you the black lady
Catch us on YouTube,
of the year.
Twitch.
You know what I'm saying, Doc? But this week right here, we agree on this black lady of the week right here, baby. It's a congresswoman. I don't know if anybody knows who she is. You know?
Hell no.
That's true too. I didn't know until she got into this motherfucker. Now everybody know it's a motherfucking impeachment going on right now, and Biden is being impeached, right? Just in case nobody don't know about that and shit, yeah. But that is happening, and Texas Democrat had a lot to say about this thing right here, so I'm gonna let y'all tap into this.
Let me tell you something. I don't want to talk about what y'all want to act like is some big mystery, because we keep sitting here and Professor Gerhardt, just to be clear, as my colleagues have even tried to provide evidence, which they're not the ones to provide evidence, have you ever heard them say since we've been sitting here for I don't know how long?
Yes, I've been taking a tally.
Oh, okay. Can you show us? Can you tell us what the tally is?
More than 35 times, the Republican witnesses and Republican members of the committee have used the word if.
Thank you so much for that. Because honestly, if they would continue to say if or Hunter and we were playing a drinking game, I would be drunk by now. Because I promise you, they have not talked about the subject of this, which would be the president. But let me tell you something that was so disturbing as I walked in to this chamber today. As I prepared, I said, what is the crime? Because when you're talking about impeachment, you're talking about high crimes or misdemeanors. And I can't seem to find the crime. And honestly, no one has testified of what crime they believe the president of the United States has committed. But when we start talking about things that look like evidence, they want to act like they blind. They don't know what this is. These are our national secrets. Looks like in the shitter to me. This looks like more evidence of our national secrets, say on a stage at Mar-a-Lago.
The younger say, looks like
Shitter to me.
it's in the shitter.
And then the shitter to me.
All right, first of all, I like her. Okay. I like Congresswoman. Well, Congresswomen, women or men, period, with straight motherfucking spunk. You know what I'm saying? Like, she was like, man, y'all talking about this right here. But I show you these pictures, this national secrets just laid all over the fucking place.
All over the shit.
And y'all ain't want to do nothing for this.
Right.
This would make this so stupid, bro. Like, you impeaching, first of all, they got up that motherfucker. You see that shit the other day in the press conference? Where the reporter was like, bro, the dates mixed up here. Can you help me with this?
Oh, yeah.
Maybe they say, hey, you said Biden did such and such.
He said he wasn't even in office.
But the dates you have here, this man wasn't even president, nor was he even running for president.
You said,
how can you impeach somebody that ain't president?
he said, who you with? Oh, you with NBC? Oh, you ain't gonna believe me.
How fuck nigga get impeached? He's not even president, bro. This shit is crazy.
Gone.
I never, but she went off on them niggas, bro. I ain't gonna give a fuck. That's my baby there. That's my new baby.
Yeah,
That's my new baby.
I saw that one.
She said the shit. She said that you got this shit in the shitter. You got national secrets in the shitter. And right now, we got a president in here that you're impeaching, but you keep talking about his son. Like, what is that about? Yo, that shit funny as shit, though, bro.
Shit.
That's my girl. From now on, that's my girl. Okay? I love the way she spazzed out. Oh man, she was on top. She was on her game that day. She was on her game, my boy. She did not care, nor give up two shits
Oh nah.
about Trump or anybody in that motherfucker that gave a fuck about that.
That was no fucks given.
Exactly, bro.
Oh, thank you, Tetraquark, for tuning in. And you're right, she is epic.
Yes, she is.
Epic.
That's what I said. That's my new baby. One of my new babies. Got a few of them. So, Meg Stallion's the top one. You know what I'm saying? All right. But politics, she at my top of the heat, baby. Because Maxine Waters, you know everybody loves Maxine Waters. She does that.
Oh, yeah.
She goes in on these fool ass niggas at all times, at points in she can. You know what I'm saying, dog?
Yeah, that's what she do. Is
But-
this thing on? It's on?
Yeah, but hey, it's always on, man.
Oh, I'm hitting Jack. Yeah, because I got what the hell? Oh. But that is our black lady of the week.
Yes, indeed.
But I got something here.
Jasmine
I got something
Crockett,
here
baby.
I want you to hear.
My baby, my new baby. Hey, Jasmine Crockett, though.
Yeah. But I got something here I want you to listen to, and then I want to get your comment on it. Let me set this up right here. Do. Oh, hold up. Oh, I gotta turn the volume up.
Never been called sweet, and you call me Sweet Jigger.
Nah.
Allah to rain down from the heavens. But maybe upon Washington, D.C., would you be that sweet red hot lava for us?
I've never been called sweet, and you call me Sweet Jigger. So I think I meant that. During my 3-week reign of terror as Trump acting attorney general, before I get chased out of town with my Trump pardon, I will rain hell on Washington, D.C. We've talked about this, Ben. I have 5 lists ready to go, and they're growing. List number 1, we're going to fire. We're going to fire a lot of people in the executive branch, the deep state. Number 2, we're going to indict. We're going to indict Joe Biden and Hunter Biden and James Biden and every other scumball, sleazeball Biden, except for the 5-year-old granddaughter who they refused to acknowledge for 5 years until the political pressure got to Joe Biden. Number 3, we're going to deport. We're going to deport a lot of people, 10 million people and growing, anchor babies, their parents, the grandparents. We're going to put kids in cages. It's going to be glorious. We're going to detain a lot of people in the D.C. Gulag and Gitmo. And list number 5, I'm going to recommend a lot of parts. Every January 6th defendant is going to get a pardon, especially my hero, Horn Man. He is definitely at the top of the pardon list.
We actually went out and have some upcoming content with Jacob Chansley. We did a podcast interview with him. Went out into the desert. We wanted to.
What you think about that?
Who that?
His name is Mike Davis. He's the top Republican staffer. He helped get Brett Kavanaugh confirmed, and he was the clerk for Neil Gorsuch.
Oh, the Supreme Court.
The Supreme Court chambers. Them clerks.
He sound like him. That's what all the bills they want passed. Everything he said.
Yeah. And you just heard it right out of his mouth. That's what they're gonna do if Trump gets back in. That motherfucker said he got a list of 10 million and growing. He's deported.
But my thing is when we start talking about the border, again, the only administration that sent the most people back, right,
Was Obama.
was the Obama administration. They're my facts. It ain't my fault. I'm just telling you how the shit was. But you have Republicans always, this their thing. This is not even Obama thing, right? But he deported more people than any Republican who ever lived.
Look, when Obama,
He's a Democrat doing that.
When he deported all them people, okay, then he got mad. Oh, he's deporting everybody. Okay, that's what you motherfuckers said you wanted. That was y'all was campaigning on. But when he did it, I had a problem with it. Just like when Obama was sending drones like everywhere. God damn, Obama just drone happy. Like, sending drones to kill every goddamn body.
True.
So, look, they're never going to be happy about nothing. Just like, look, the Affordable Care Act, whether you know it or not, is a Republican idea. It was ran and implemented in Massachusetts, ain't it? Ain't that where Mitt Romney from? He was governing Massachusetts, I believe.
Yeah.
It was a Republican idea that worked. And when Obama used the basis of what Mitt Romney did for the Affordable Care Act, oh, it was the worst thing in the world. Well, it wasn't the worst thing in the world when Mitt did it. So whatever goes on, they will come up with. Sometimes they do have good ideas, but as soon as somebody implement them ideas, because they don't seem to want to,
that'd be my thing. It's like me personally, I want Democrats and Republicans to get together and do everything in all categories to fix issues in America. I'm not one of them niggas to be like, all right, Democrats, you the only ones got all the ideas, and wherever goes, it gotta go your way. That's bullshit. Nobody got all the ideas or any fucking thing, right? Can a Republican always say, well, that Republican always right? Because that's bullshit. You gotta put everybody together, though, bro. That's why it's called Democrats, Republicans. You gotta put everybody together and then come up with something for America as a whole.
But it didn't used to be that way. See, when you had people in the House and the Senate, you had people like Ted Kennedy and Joe Biden was there, and you had Dick Durbin and so on and so on. You had people that reached across the aisle and they worked with the other side. And then the other people, you had people on the other side that did the same thing. That's why they call Ted Kennedy was an ultimate deal maker. And that was one of the reasons Obama put Biden on the ticket, because Biden because Biden was known as another deal maker who could reach across the aisle. Just like if anybody seen, I don't know if anybody's seen the speech that Joe Biden gave today. He gave a speech in Arizona. It was honoring John McCain. Now nobody would think that if everybody think that Republicans and Democrats always fought like cats and dogs, you would never thought that they worked together on nothing. And they worked on a lot of shit together. And then Joe Biden dropped a little nugget there that he was the one who introduced John McCain to his wife. Okay, so that goes to show you these people don't hate each other.
I don't know about now.
Now they do. They didn't hate each other. Just like before the Supreme Court got all fucked up. It was Ginsburg and who was the one? Scalia. One was extremely liberal and one was extremely conservative. But they was the best friends on the fucking Supreme Court. So the people get along, just like Lieberman and McCain. Dumbass Lieberman. But
How you think Mike Pence did the other night in them debates.
Trash.
Huh? You don't think he advanced himself in any way, shape, or form?
No, nobody did nothing.
Yeah, I'm agree with you on this.
Nobody did
That was
nothing.
a complete disaster.
It was a train wreck. And that shit that Tim Scott said about we came through slavery and we came through slavery fine or some dumb shit and all this other shit. But what fucked black people up was was the new deal, was President Johnson's new deal or new society, whatever the fuck it was. This dude really
He a black man running in Republican Party, man. You can't ain't but so much you can say out his fucking mouth that will help, that will have a black person say, yes, that's the nigga I want to follow.
Okay. Then why are the fuck you running in a party that you gotta hide basically who you are, and you gotta tone down. You basically gotta tone down your blackness. So basically, you out there buck shuffling.
Not only that, I mean, a lot of people do that. Gay people do that. There's gay people in the Republican Party. Not a damn bill will ever get passed under Republican that has anything to help a black gay person. Period. Right. But they still Republican.
Right.
So it's hard to say. And it's just hard. I don't know.
Like you said, that not only go for black people, it go for all people in the Republican Party. Why would you want to be part of a party that you can't be yourself? I don't get it. You gotta tone down your blackness. You gotta tone down your gayness. You gotta tone down your Hispanicness. You gotta do all this toning.
Meanwhile,
down.
They want to build walls for your Hispanicness.
Right.
They want to get your ass out the bathroom for your gayness.
Right.
And then if you're black, you know what you can't get no jobs, you don't know what you work, no houses, no credit, nothing, motherfucker.
Right.
Fuck you.
And if you're black, they're trying to get you out of the library.
You're one of the worst.
I don't understand. I just don't understand it. You know, it's one thing. Look, the Democratic Party ain't perfect, and there's some shit they do that I don't agree with. But you can be whatever you are and whatever you want to be. You can be. You can jump out there. Okay. Pete Buttigieg is a gay man.
I didn't know that.
You didn't know Pete Buttigieg is a gay man, a married gay man. He has a husband.
Wow. I remember him too, young. I know he's gay though.
Yes.
Damn.
Openly. Well, you gotta be openly. You got a husband.
Wait a minute, whole time he run, wasn't no dude around him. So it ain't that open.
Yes, it was.
Hell, I watched him run for president and in debates. It wasn't no dude around.
It was openly known, and the dude was dead.
I don't know about that.
Yes, that Pete Buttigieg was gay.
I mean, he might be gay, yeah, but I ain't see that in the public.
But yeah,
like really, I don't know. Just like it'd be some senators might be gay,
right?
But they gonna vote against all gay bills.
But just like you got,
that's the part that just confused.
Yeah, just like you got the opening Ilya Omar from what's she Minnesota, the congresswoman, that the speaker of my
yeah.
Do you think a Muslim woman, black Muslim woman, could operate like she operates in the Republican Party?
Is it any Muslim in the Republican Party?
Hell no. If there is, they ain't saying it.
Damn, I just thought of that. Has it ever been a Republican?
Look, you ain't got but six
Muslim
or seven, you ain't got but 6 or 7 black people.
Wait. Well, now let's stop and think for a minute. It's a lot of people in Congress, right? You mean to tell me there's no Muslim Republicans?
Not that I know of.
Damn, I just thought of that too.
I mean, you got to think. Most of the majority, 90% of the Republican Party is older white men. So the older white men, they mostly Christians and Catholics.
True.
So you can count on mostly one hand, maybe half of the other hand, how many black people that of prominence been in the Republican Party. Colin Powell, J.C. Watts, Scott.
That nigga said J.C. Watts. That a J.C. Watts though, bro. What the fuck? Oh my God. No, but I don't even know what the fuck. Come on, man. It gotta be somebody better than J.C. Watts. God damn. It gotta be. Hey, if anybody out there Republican, tell us somebody better than J.C. Watts, bro. It gotta be somebody better than that. God damn.
That was 3.
Camilla is a big one. That's huge.
Camilla. Oh, hold on. Michael Steele. Cunnilingus Rice.
Okay. Oh, Steele.
Okay.
Who was Steele? What did he do?
Michael Steele.
Oh, yeah, on MSNBC.
Remember they tried to put him out there to oppose Obama.
Yeah.
I saw that nigga at the Target one day.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I saw him at Target in Largo.
Stop
him and his
playing.
wife. Him and his wife. I was going in, they was coming out.
That's Michael Steele be on MSNBC.
Yeah,
he was what? He was
He was the lieutenant governor in Maryland.
Oh, he was. Yeah, he was. Damn, he was. Yeah.
Okay.
And then he was a Republican manager thing.
Okay, thank you, Tetracorp. See, that's what kind of viewers we like. They are 4 Muslims in the house, and they are all Dems. Goddamn right, shit. That other side, they ain't having it.
I just never thought of that though. Like you never thought about it, but now you think about it, it's no Republican Muslim.
That's only 5. And so I'd be struggling to get the any.
You'd be surprised how many gay Republicans over there though. And they ain't saying a motherfucking thing.
You know, it's a lot of them. How many of them motherfuckers that's out there then got caught up humping boys?
Oh yeah, that's their history. Yeah.
So
because they got hired because
that's a lot of them.
The past the get voted on in their party. You can't be with this shit.
See, this is what they do. They don't worry about passing no gay rights over there because the gay people over there, they keep on doing what they doing. Well, Democrats take care of that.
I'm a Republican, because I know the Democrats is gonna take care of me gay people.
They be like, I don't agree with that shit, and then go, thank you.
Yeah. That's pretty much how the vote's gonna go when it be Biden and Trump. These people like, man, fuck Trump. He's a fucking racist. Fuck that nigga. Trump. And come back out. Fuck Trump. Voted for him though, yeah. They ain't gonna say shit.
Ooh, shit.
I can't stand that motherfucker.
Man.
They're gonna go in there as soon as they close that curtain. Trump. What is Trump? And come back out. I can't stand that redneck.
You got all kind of perverts on the motherfucking Republican side. You got rapists.
Yeah. Allegedly.
Fuck, the judge called him a rapist.
Yeah. Allegedly though.
No, the judge said what you did in that room was rape.
I know.
So you got, but he ain't the only rapist. You got rapists over there.
Oh, it was one running for president, and Trump endorsed 2 years ago.
You got
the rape Bama in Alabama.
Yep. Then you got all kind of sexual harassers.
Oh my God, that's on both sides.
These motherfuckers grabbing more pussy than Trump.
Now, when motherfuckers be like, man, they both do it. Yeah, that sexual shit. That's a both side thing right there.
That's both sides of the aisle.
And then one thing about that, don't forget, Mendez and them gold bars. We on your ass too, Mendez. Hey, what the hell are you doing accepting gold bars from Egypt and fucking Iran? What the fuck is this about? You're a Democrat too.
You cannot take gold bars anywhere to cash them in.
What are you gonna do with them?
You're not taking no gold bars to the pawn shop.
Fuck. What is his wife gonna do with gold bar? What are you gonna chip it? What the fuck you gonna do? You gonna melt? You gonna melt this bar?
Make a big ass chain.
What the fuck? He over this joint taking bars from Egypt. Like, go hit the fuck head with this dumb shit, bro. And then at the same time, you gonna come here and tell us about Trump is a piece of shit? Don't do that to me, bro. If you gonna take gold bars, don't talk about Trump. All right, Don't tell me nothing about Trump or crook. Don't do that when you got gold bar in your hand. And your wife got one in her other hand. No, nigga. Mendez. I think Democrats are worse than anybody when they do shit like this. We're expecting a Republican to do stuff like this.
Yeah, I respect that money.
But a motherfucker that always run around saying this is not what we do. Yeah. And nah, you don't have no business grabbing a gold bar.
Look, you say this ain't what we do.
A gold bar?
And a motherfucker like us will take up for your ass.
Yeah.
Say, nah. Well, see, when you do that shit.
Meanwhile, you got gold bar in his fucking drawers.
Yeah, you got gold bars and you got all kind of shit in your house. You got money in the freezer. Then you gonna tell a motherfucker the money. Oh, I go to the bank and withdraw from my savings.
What is that?
What the fuck is you a drug?
I didn't know what that meant.
Don't nobody keep no motherfucking savings in their house.
What did that mean?
Unless they
what they got to do with gold bars? Fuck. All that money you got?
That was a bribery cash.
This shit's ridiculous.
This motherfucker just keeping all the shit.
All the money.
Is you dumb?
Taking gold bars and all the monies. Pay my mortgage.
Let me tell you.
You need to be slapped.
Let me tell y'all something.
They worse than Trump, bruh. Because they rag on Trump for years and years, and they doing it.
Look, let me say.
Trifling ass Mendez.
You people.
Mendez ass, whatever the fuck his dumbass name is.
Politicians are some of the dumbest ass crooks you won't ever find.
Oh yeah, you got
because they do some of the stupidest shit.
Nigga passed the RICO bill and they ain't tired of a RICO case. Like shit like that happens.
and I'm not just saying this about Republicans. I'm saying about Democrats, Green Party crooks,
Green Party,
Federalist Society crooks, independent crooks. Y'all are some of the dumbest ass crooks I ever seen in my fucking life. Y'all get caught dumbass ways. You get caught coming out the hotel with the broad.
Yeah, they do.
You'll go to the same room every week. What the fuck is wrong with you?
That's true. That's dumb too.
You
gotta get another room, babe. At least on the other side of town. Fuck wrong with you? Hey, so now I want you to tell me what you think about the black lady in the house. You know what I'm saying? The most powerful black woman on earth today is Kamala Harris, baby. The second most powerful person ever. And that's his facts. I don't make this shit up. I'm just telling you the facts right now. It ain't my fault. She's the second most powerful person in the world. She black. That's not my fault. You know what I'm saying? Now she on tour. She called it the Fight for Our Freedoms tour. Now, this is somewhere she going to colleges. Now, this is important, right? I understand people don't follow some of this stuff, right? That's why we here, though. This is a funny reason why we here. They give you from the hood point of view, though. You know?
Yeah.
Now, when we talk about college tours, it's important because Kamala, I understand to most white Americans, it's just a person in that joint, period. But most black Americans, especially women, she's an important figure, right?
Oh yeah, because I got something I got to touch on with her too.
Now she kicks off. This is for black institutions. Now we had nothing against nobody else, but this is who we talking about right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
She visited Hampton University, Virginia. That was Thursday. Then she went to Carolina A&T. Now think about these stories. Think about it.
That was like last week or week before
True.
last, and she didn't picked up and went to even more places. So
exactly, she just feel like these are her words. This is a quote from Kamala Harris, the most powerful black woman on earth.
But see, that's her wheelhouse because remember, she went to Howard University, which is an HBCU.
Yes, indeed, free.
So what she's doing is,
I might add, is here in DC,
and that is places that some candidates and some party don't go. And what she's doing is with the younger folks, with the younger people out there, the one they call Gen Z, Generation Z, y'all. She is really, really, really popular.
Exactly. That's something that's
she got lines. She got lines and pack houses everywhere she going doing her college tours. And she not only going to black universities, but she's going to white universities.
And
too.
that's my point. It's something that's under the radar with the white culture because she's a bigger figure than you think she is, right? When she go in these colleges and start talking about voter rights, abortions, gun violence, climate change, gay rights, that's hitting it on all cylinders when you go to colleges, bro. And at the point that she coming in as the most powerful black woman on earth, already everybody want to listen. You know what I'm saying? And it's called the Fight of Our Freedom Tour.
So let me learn y'all something out there.
Let me learn them something.
Let me learn y'all something out there. Generation Z is probably, it's got to be because each generation got more tolerant than the previous generation. They are the most tolerant generation out there. And they see color less than any generation before, Generation X, baby boomers, and so on and so forth. But these people really, these youngins really like her. They really love her, and they have peeped the dog whistle, and I'm about to expose to you again. I told you we motherfucker decipher dog whistles on this joint. Every time the Republican Party and the Republican parties, they go on Joe Biden's age. Joe Biden knows, Joe Biden knows, Joe Biden knows, Joe Biden knows. What they're saying is, if Joe Biden get another 4 years in office and he croak, that black lady is your president.
ASAP.
You dig? If Joe Biden was to drop dead right now, 5 minutes later, as I told you earlier, you cannot go 1 minute in this country. And you think I'm playing? Look it up. It is set up that we will never at any time be without a president. Because if a motherfucker time it right, they can kill a president and a motherfucker can take over. But we will never be without a president. And what they saying is, that's why they keep saying, well, Joe Biden not running the country, she running the country. And that is a dog whistle to wake back up and mobilize them same bigots that put Donald Trump in the office. But the youngins these days, they are a tolerant group. You got more mixed marriages. You got, you can't turn on the TV unless you see someone of mixed race. And
true. When Black Lives Matter was protesting during the George Floyd murder, the George Floyd protest, across the whole world, you seen, and it looked like to me, just as many or more in some cases, white people protesting than blacks. In some areas it was. So the generations now, they're not bigoted. You still have your bigots, but they're not, I guess you say it's a post-racial generation, put it like that. And them people love her. Just like they loved Obama. Exactly. She grew up in our culture, though.
Yeah.
And one of her favorite motherfucking rappers, she said was Biggie.
Yeah. And she said
it was Tupac.
She said Biggie.
Okay.
She listened to Biggie.
I think it was Tupac.
She said she listened to Biggie when she was in college.
Speaking of Tupac, though, did you hear?
Yeah, they found
what is going on with that, bruh?
All these years, y'all.
Do you believe this?
Hell no.
That nigga better be old as fuck, first of all.
First of all,
He better have gray hairs everywhere.
what? Tupac was 24 when he got killed.
Man, bro, that was 20 years ago.
I thought it was more than 20 years ago.
It was more than 20?
I thought it was a little bit more than 20. I don't know.
Like a little, like it was 97, right? 96?
Yeah, it was 96 or something. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, 20
Yes,
something
it
years
was. Because I knew what? 96. I just came home. First.
So it was like, yeah, that's like 20,
That was
23
like
years.
that,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That nigga better be old, bro.
You better be some bitch.
You better not bring a nigga out here 20, 25 years old saying, hey, I was the one.
Like with her, see, just like with Obama, she can relate. Then she got them two young stepdaughters of hers. She relates. She knows what's going on. She knows what's going on in the world and how is viewed, how young is viewed shit, how women view shit, how black people view stuff. And she's married to a white dude, so she
if anything, she
got a perspective. She got a perspective from all angles.
She actually the youngest person that's in the politics right now, except for Ramaswamy.
Oh my God.
That could actually be president.
Yeah. Ramaswamy can actually be president.
Is she older than Ramaswamy?
I don't know.
They might be close.
And see, Biden ain't stupid.
And I think Ramaswamy a Democrat any fucking way. Because all his clips when he was younger, he was in Democratic joints.
He was.
Like, what was you there for?
Just like Trump was.
Yeah.
But with her, Biden's smart though. Because the first thing he did was when Roe v. Wade got overturned, he put her in charge. Now he did another smart thing last week. When they started the Office of Gun Violence Prevention, he put her in charge. So he put her in charge of that at least two issues that's coming up, that's going to be front and center in the election next year, that young people, especially, well, both, because both is high up there, that young people are really upset about one and deeply concerned about the other. So, and she can speak to Gen Z in a way that Trump can't, and Trump ain't, and whoever the fuck he put on the ticket, and even in a way that Biden can't, because Biden is shit. I don't even know what generation he's from, but he's older dude. But
I'm saying she the only person that really
can
from
do
both
it.
sides.
Hey, yeah.
The only one that's stuck in the generation now can identify with.
She black. She married to a white dude.
Everybody on the Republican side don't have nobody there for that.
Hold up. She black. She married to a white dude. She a woman. So she's not an antique. So she's at an age where she can relate. She can relate to all sides. She can see everything from so many angles that it's you can't come at her with shit she can't fight back on. So, but when they keep on talking about we're not running against women, and who said that? I think it was Nikki Haley who said we're not running against Joe Biden, we're running against Kamala Harris.
That's smart. I just really think at this point in time, he can't look at himself as the future.
Who?
Biden.
No. He has no future.
Me personally, I see her and Booker.
If he lose,
Booker from New Jersey is in New York. Well, Booker, him and Booker, her and Booker together, I think that's the ticket right there. I don't know. I mean, white people think actually vote for that. But if you got Trump on the other side, that might be easier to get through. You got her and Booker and shit. That's more of a generation right there with her and Booker.
Nah, I think it would have to be somebody white on the ticket.
That's why I was just thinking, like, that's
I'm just
torpedo the whole
saying,
thing when you do that
You
shit.
gotta have it gotta be a trash ass Republican ticket, because you're gonna have to have somebody white and somebody gonna have to be a man. So,
Vice president and shit.
yeah, so
Now, each and every Tuesday night, we come here live, you know what I'm saying, dog? Express our feelings on politics for sure. We appreciate everybody that tunes in and give us their opinions on everything. Any night we come in here, though, y'all can come in and chime in live, you know what I'm saying? The link be in the chat, you know, so y'all can come in, express your feelings, disagree or agree with us. We don't, you know what I'm saying? None of that matters to us, but we just like to get information out, especially to the black culture, you know what I'm saying, dog? And tonight is not Tuesday. I know you're sitting there like, what the fuck are you talking about Tuesday? Yeah, that's what we do. We sneak in on other nights too. You know what I'm saying?
it's like y'all sneak them rude ass comments on YouTube. Are we saying? Y'all ain't got to keep it salt now.
Just come on and get your debate, right?
If you feel
We
some kind
done?
of way about something, you know, we said, and we know that everybody's not going to agree with what we say, you are welcome. We'll bring you on the pod. We don't. Hey, that's easy. You ain't got to call us dumb and stupid and all this other shit. Hey, we giving our opinion, and we bold enough to come on his pod every week and say how we see it. Tell you how we see it. If you disagree, hey, hit us up.
Simple.
Hit us up.
We want that
Say,
debate.
I want to come the fuck on, because I got something to tell you mofos.
ASAP, you be on here. You
Right.
wouldn't even finish that
That's
sentence.
That's all you got to do. And, you know,
Appreciate y'all though, man.
because look at here. No matter what you say or how you say it, you know, we appreciate you tuning in.
That's Twitch, Twitter, however you get it, YouTube. Subscribe if you're on YouTube. We appreciate that.
Right. That's all. And like, follow, and subscribe.
That's for goddamn show.
Like, follow,
And we'll be back for show as usual Tuesdays. You know what I'm saying?
See y'all Tuesday.
Talking about politics coming from a view of the streets, you know what I'm saying, dog? You know, we're not coming from professional view.